Mercs. They're like the most merc games in human history.
Expecting a little delayed invade there.
Oh, Mickey, Kerry is there. Mickey tries to dredge line away. The charm moots him in place, and I don't think Mickey needs to burn the flash here. He knows he's done for.
Where you've a bit of a nice ATS lead for yourself.
Zenith played in. Kerry's going to have to flash away. Hans Summer, one more adoration for Hans Summer.
And push a little bit worse.
I mean, Zeus has Flash, has the explosive cast. Hans has both his summoners as well, but Hans Summer continues to put axes into the back of Zeus. The cleanse away from Hans flashes forward. Zeus flashes away, will get the slow with the cask. Hans now in the middle of the minions, doesn't have a ward to place. Zeus can open up, and Zeus... Mickey looking for that hook. Owner stepping forward, eats an axe. Caps and Mickey standing around the side. Caps low mana, they go into Carrier, Paranoia, there's the shockwave as well. Meanwhile in the bottom, Broken Blade's gonna look to try and keep Zeus around. One already over as Yike kills off Carrier. Owner's killed Caps though, and now Yike has to run from Faker and Gumayushi. Owner's so low in the pit, he gets two. Hans Summer will answer with one. Cleanses away, but he's not gonna be able to get too much more here. He can get a second. Gumayushi able to win out the fight in the end. Meanwhile,
Owner is able to clean up. Faker does not have teleport.
Already used. Zeus caught out with the counter-strike though, and Zeus is met with the whirling death. The curtains open, Hans Summer's so low, but Broken Blade can tank that up well enough. As G2 managed to escape yesterday, we'll see if T1 have a better affair as there's to suppress immediately. They lock them in, the shotgun coming out as well as Broken Blade tries to survive. The tower will dive, but Caps is low. Faker diving forward, the paranoia on him, and Mickey's going to be the first to pull G2. All hail the retreat, trying to get the hell out of here because T1 are hungry for blood. Faker will find another as T1 find two in the bot lane.
You get one more level, you actually get a nice range boost on your ultimate, but
Solar Flare. Yike puts up the shroud. In goes the stinger, and down onto the backline goes Yike. Looking at that paranoia. Mickey knocked in as well. Gumayushi has to flash away. The whirling death coming out from Hans Summer. And Faker's on the flank. Carrier chased out by Broken Blade. There'll be one. Faker trying to get onto Hans Summer as well. Lands the charm. Owner's there to help. The cleanse from Hans is not enough. And now it's a 3v4. T1 advancing again. Gumayushi was able to escape. Faker has another Spirit Rush. The charm goes wide. Yike and Caps.
Faker's build not only is it very far ahead.
I think good. I'm coming.
The chase continues. Zeus coming in with the explosive cast though, and G2 have to be careful because TP coming in from Faker. Mickey dodges away from the explosive cast, pulls Carrier in. The charm goes wide on Summer.
When it comes to that Nocturne Orianna combo.
Solar Flare onto Caps. Faker going in with the charm, only hits onto Mickey. Coven Call coming out as well. There's the Impale, and Mickey's just dragged in a double counter strike into the shockwave though, and Faker is down. Explosive cast will separate Caps and Hans Summer from the fight. Zeus on that front line, 3 items strong, and he's trying to use them to their full effect. Owner down to about half HP. Zeus low as well. Hans Summer trying to open up on Gumayushi, who still has the flash. They're trying to smite the Drake. Would be soul for them. Counter strike from Broken Blade. Here comes Zeus. Flash, Zenith Blade. They look for the engage onto Hans Summer, who has to flash away himself. Caps is down to half HP. Broken Blade jumps across the pit, and now Mickey's here to bolster the defenses. Faker on his way back doesn't have the teleport. The Drake secured Chem Soul. Now for T1, G2 begin to back away from the fight, realize they don't really want any more of this action. Yike slowed up though, a hook goes down, only onto Owner. Caps knocked back. Zeus finds him, and now Yike's running for the hills, locked up with a captive audience. Yike down 2. It's a sense of what's going on inside it. Broken Blade looking for the flank. No flash on him, but does have that Grandmaster's Might. Mickey looking for the engage, but realizes really sharpish that he can't go for it. Still charmed up. Spirit Rush forward by Faker. There's the curtain calls as well, and it's curtains for Mickey. Carrier takes him. And T1 take the Baron. They are in firm control of the game as Hans Summer's overstepped 2. Hans Summer's down 2. T1 6k ahead, a soul, a Baron, and maybe more as Broken Blade's charmed. And T1 continue to collapse. The jump away from Broken Blade will keep them safe. Have a little bit of vision. The TP coming in. Zeus will be the one on the front line, Faker will be the one on the back, but Zeus immediately locked up. You can see how much damage he can tank. Faker going in with the charm, it goes wide. Zeus almost falls to the whirling, survives, and he still has the locket. Faker dodges away from the hook, Zeus going back in, and there's your contribution. Mickey falls, the shockwave from Caps. All it can do is buy him a second to wait. The flash charm from Faker. It's all done, it's all over, but the Nexus falling, T1.
한장 맞아. 이거 바로 볼 수 있겠다 얘네.
괜찮긴 하거든.
이거 안 죽거든? 아 죽을 수 있겠다. 일단 찾아봐봐.
나쁘지 않아.
나쁘지 않아. 이거 봐봐.
우리 멀리 한 5초 뒤.
근데 조금 안 좋다. 괜찮아.
나 살았어. 할만해. 좋아. 이러면 나쁘지 않아. 나 가는줘. 나 홍해줘. 와봐.
끝까지 가자 이거.
가자. 나 20초? 얘 스펠 다 있다? 그다음에 할 듯?
좋다 얘. 펜타 줘.
가면 평타 되긴 하겠다.
아 매혹도 안 맞았다.
공공공공공.
아 사고 끝이다. 야 와드 시야 점수.
잘한다. 잠깐 이거 안 되는데? 잘 봤다.
Worth. Nexus for the support
The
kill,
mental
but-
game. It's the mental
Yeah,
game.
sure, if they just went all in, I'm trying to burn that flash, but Mickey,
Oh, Faker goes in with the Spirit Rush, the Charm landing as well, and Mickey is done for. First blood in the first 2 games. Mickey dies.
Interesting because Broken Blade doesn't have teleport, but Owner's actually heading towards Broken Blade rather than the Void Grubs.
Yes, looking for this play down towards the bomb side. Broken Blade flashes immediately met with a fist in his face. Broken Blade trying to get away from this. Obviously, has to try and escape from Owner, who flashes forward. Another Bolt Breaker. Broken Blade trying to dodge it. Owner holds it forever. Owner.
Everyone's like,
Oh, Mickey looking for the hook here. So Yike can come in with the paranoia. There's the depth charge as well. The chase forward. Kerry has joined his mid laner. Faker flashes away. The ignite ticking on him won't be enough. That's the stun into the shield of the Daybreak into the solar flare into the death of Yike.
and then the engage comes through from Mickey, and it's a nice setup. Carry here to try and help, but bot side.
Oh, Zeus flashes away. He's hit with a house. You can see it on the minimap. The Counter-Strike finds him alongside the cease and desist, and Broken Blade doesn't have a hope in hell of escaping this one. Zeus leaps on his
put
base.
that Gnar behind to the point that Zeus is going to be able to control side lanes. Faker is going to be able to
Another
get
charm
hits.
hits once again. Mickey thought he was safe in his own jungle and make it so much more tricky for G2 to do anything. Charm wide there by Faker, but he's just creating space. The solar flare hits. Hansama has to burn the cleanse, and Zeus is on the flank. The counter strike. Hansama flashes it. Riptail charge forward. Zona can jump across that wall and look for Hansama. Yike with a fear. Only onto Zeus. They're looking for the damage. The shockwave will find him. Hansama surviving up towards the top side for as long as he can in the face of Ona, but now he's down and Kerry is down alongside him. G2 find 2. They lose the top lane and the TP behind. Zeus on the collapse, has the flash. Caps goes one way, Zeus goes the other. Now he tracks back, knowing that Caps is there. The paranoia coming out as Mickey and Yike look to collapse the flash away from the shockwave
His
from
Rage
Zeus.
Blade. So they definitely have some really good looks here.
BB's just finished his Mega now, and he's gone in.
He still gets the Gnar into the wall. The backline, Gumiyushi flashes away. The shockwave, I think, maybe a little bit early there as Broken Blade is forced low. Spirit Rush forward by Faker as T1 begins to collapse. And Mickey's burst on the menu again. Faker with a Spirit Rush across the wall, looking for Yike.
Trying to move in mid, but they could get collapsed on from behind.
There's a pincer movement brewing here.
Teleport.
See the TP behind, that's
Faker.
Faker. Counter TP being used by Broken Blade. Curtain Call coming in as the stopwatch is used. Dion onto the backline, jumps Gumiyushi, a good shockwave as well onto Zeus. And now we see Hansama having to try and get away from this. Owner going in as he puts the damage down onto Caps. Owner flashing away, Zeus the same. The killer instinct from Hansama gets Zeus in response. Now Faker Broken Blade trying to get into the Mega Gnar. Faker escaping. Slammed into the wall. On the top side, Yike killed off Gumiyushi. And G2 somehow find a fight. A little bit of extra vision. I love the not using the shockwave, but immediately they do. Paranoia in, Faker down, solar flare onto the backline as well. We see Hansama falling for it. Mickey trying to get into this fight. Broken Blade on his way across as well. Carrier, Owner there as well with Gumiyushi trying to get away. Doesn't have the flash. Owner doesn't. Carrier goes back in with the Zenith Blade. He's a sacrifice. A sacrificial lamb for G2.
T1 still with the gold advantage and still with the better play on the map.
It is still the 4 people here, as you can see. BB and Nautilus and Mickey trying to come down from the top side, so they're able to burst out Hansama, and it's about now trying to buy time for the top
the
lane.
mid wave first.
Mickey looking for the hook. There's the charm. Deadly Flush going in. Owner looking for that back line. The solar flare hits 2. Paranoia coming out. Owner can't go in with the engage. Zeus now locked out. Pops the stopwatch to buy himself a little bit of time. He's feared though. The shockwave hits on top. Goes in with the cease and desist. The Angel still sitting on top. Broken Blade with a good double knife. Owner trying to get back in with a shield. But he will fall. Broken Blade. Gumiyushi now trying to dance his way away. But the eyes are on Carrier for G2. They're looking for one more. Gumiyushi will have the fleet, will have the move speed from this Jhin. Broken Blade chucks a house out, can't quite land it onto Guma's back. Caps with the dissonance, there's the slow from the red buff. They dodge the captive audience, and Guma's down 2. An ace for G2.
So we'll see here. You even have another stasis built by Hansama. It's just so durable for G2. They're just bullying them.
Solar Flare, Hansama dodges, only gets slowed. Broken Blade goes in with an arm only onto Ona. Zeus is TP'd in behind, and he dives onto Hansama immediately. And Hansama has a stopwatch, but he doesn't have much life left afterwards. He manages to get away with the killer instinct, then Mickey and Caps are only down. Ona face blasts the wall this time. Broken Blade left it to his own devices, and T1 clean him up. The flash in from Zeus with a counter-strike. Mickey trying to dredge line his way out of this one, but Faker's on the chase, as is Carrier. And Mickey, those hooks are sending you to Davy Jones's locker. Faker will take it. T1 will take the bite.
Mickey is gone 6 feet under, but G2 cannot fathom how T1 have got in behind them so consistently. It was a delay played on the TP. It's a delay take on Mickey because 50 seconds until Dragon will deny a lot of control to G2. But
Wait, Zeus has hiding once again. Look at him.
You can see Mickey's only just getting off towards where the red buff is. The paranoia comes out. It's Guma that secures the Drake. They're looking up towards the top side. Zeus caught out with the paranoia, gets the counter-strike, but there's the fear as well. The killer instinct coming in from Hansama as they look to catch out Zeus. The rest of T1 trying to come back to defend their top laner, but Zeus will be down before they can get there. G2 find one. They lost the Drake, they lost the soul, they go mid, Kobe. They can hear your call. G2 knocking on the doors of the Nexus now is T1 trying to defend.
Shockwave is still up and available for Caps. You have to be so careful as T1 as you try to defend this. How much do G2 want to try and take super minions on the top side as well?
It's so big. 3 inhibitors here. You're gonna get. Well, can they get 3?
Top just respawned as they were taking the second. All Ona needs to do is get into this pit, and he might be able to snipe this away. The curtain's open. An encore for Guma Yushi. Ona gets into it! And he takes it! Ona will pay the ultimate price for his ability to steal the Baron. He keeps T1 in the game. The tankiness the minions get from the Baron buff, they'll be spawning in a few seconds time for T1. There they are. They'll help them defend. Faker goes in. Dead charge. Shockwave! There's 2 knocked up, but Zeus is already on the back line. The knock coming out from Broken Blade as well. Zeus is doing so much work. Caps down. Hansama running for his life. Faker charms up Broken Blade. Zeus is just ripping through G2. Faker survives on the backline. Yike trying to do everything he can. The paranoia will help him take out his enemy jungler. Hansama trying to survive here. Zeus has to call off the chase. Well, unless Carrier has snuck his way in behind somewhere. The hook's going to land onto Ona. They look for the engage. Ona now has to burn the flash. Zeus has his TP and he's going to match the supers pushing in the top side. G2 have control of the river right now. Solar Flare, Hansama only slowed. But Caps is the one they dive into and immediately assassinate him. Caps is swimming with the fishes and Hansama is going to join him. T1 immediately pounce and G2 don't know what hit him.
T1 are forever clutch and G2 are finding out about it in the worst possible way. Zeus chasing down Broken Blade as T1 turn towards the outer Yike. The last one was stolen. Can you find revenge?
Vision in the pit. Guma Yuchi trying to keep him at bay. No paranoia for Yike, but does have the flash. Guma will take the blast cone. Yike, can you do it? We saw you steal one versus Hanwha live. He puts the Dustbringer over the wall and immediately backs away. G2 have called, do not fight
This
this
Dragon
fight.
as well means that 2 more waves that you have to try and hold off. But I don't even know if you get that. Team 1 can just start to look at Nexus turrets off this wave.
It's got to be something miraculous. You've got a GA on Guma Yushi, you've got Faker with the Spirit Rush, the curtain's open. I don't think G2 is getting a second act. The dive onto the backline by Yike, but immediately he is low. Caps already assassinated on the back, and T1 are just ripping them to shreds. T1 absolutely melting G2 under their Nexus towers.
카이사 W 맞기 한 번 더 날라온다. 노틸 프리스까 조심. 우리 궁도 조심. 내가 맞았다. 노틸 노플이다. 노틸 노플. 공장. 저 봐. 내 손에 공에 연계 볼 수 있어.
강남은 나 걸 거야.
하긴. 더 갈만한가? 살짝 가보자. 장로 있긴 해. 나 그냥 보안 켜볼게 이거. 우리 쪽 보안 줘.
노틸 잡으면 좋아.
노틸.
빨리
우리. 전만 봐. 싸.
노틸 카이사. 알았어. 거의 잡았어. 미드라인 끄고 미드라인만 가야 돼. 미드라인 형들.
야 이거 있어. 차.
나이스.
이거 이기네. 나이스.
It's another T1 win.
Heading towards some possible 2-2 matchups that are a possible nightmare for the Western teams. I'm just going to say it. Regardless, though, we're going to go ahead to tomorrow first. We have Fnatic versus Weibo. This is all elimination.